Students share experiences about their lives in their home countries, and teachers explain the importance of understanding students' backgrounds.
Family, Russia. In Russia, I had a bigger family, and I got cat in Russia, but I forgot what his name. But I still remember him, how he looks like, and I love him. And he's living with my grandma and grandpa. Family, Canada. In Canada, I have a small family. My family is only my dad, my mom, and me.
And some of our children have come from some very precarious situations, particularly the ones I think about right now are the ones in Israel. And little Tommy, who was here today, was talking about on his way to school hearing the guns and seeing people crying often, and people who have come from such a scary background situation. You see them come to the safety of our schools and begin to thrive, and they're so happy. That's wonderful to see too.
Another area that's very important for ESL teachers, learning and understanding and knowing about the cultures, the background of your children, where they're coming from. Not meaning you have to know the language. Obviously, we can't all speak all these many languages, but to be familiar with their culture. Families have different expectations. There's reasons why children behave in certain ways. I know in our school we've learned so much from Korean culture, Russians. Well, we have so many. I can go on and on and on. But a lot of things have come up where we perhaps were in a situation and we didn't understand why a child was behaving in a certain way. And we were puzzled somewhat. And because of our wonderful SEP workers, we would bring that idea or problem or whatever it was that was bothering us and discuss it with them. And often they were right there to tell us, well, this is actually part of their culture. The reason the child responds that way is because this is the way their parents have shown them, part of their tradition, the way they've learned to respond in that way, a way that we're not accustomed to, but it's something that we should understand, and they've been helpful in that way to help us understand the children. And again, it just makes the children's learning a lot easier when we as educators learn and understand the different ways and be open-minded to all of these ways.
And also related to that too is that teachers and administration need to be aware of the different holidays that the other cultures celebrate and make sure that they are mentioned at the appropriate times, because we certainly tend to, know when our own are, and I think it's important to acknowledge their holidays and celebrations too. These are the booklets that we worked very hard on. We worked for a number of days, and we talked about different aspects of your life from your other country as compared to Canada. We looked at your family and how it was in your first country and how things changed when you came to Canada. We also looked at home, schools, and friends. And we compared your two experiences, first in your own country, the country you came from first, and then in Canada. And what I'd like you to do now is to choose one page in your book that you would like to read to us. Tarnia.
In Iran, I had a very big apartment, and I had a very big hall. When I went to school, my mom took a school bus because I'll get to school faster. When I came to Canada, I had a smaller apartment. In Iran, we had 2 rooms, and in here, we have 1 room.
In Israel, and in Israel the school is not that. In Canada the school is better than Israel, because in Israel the school is very scary.
Good.
Friends, Georgia. In Georgia, I have lots of friends. I miss them so much. My best friend's names are Anne and Mary. I Also, I'll go soon in Georgia and I'll see them again. Canada. Now, when I came in Canada, the kids were very bad at me because I did not do enough in